Spotter Stand Live, starring Pockets, Hot Rod, Bubble J, Joba, Momo, Scar, Eddie D, Albion, Gear, featuring SR5, Roval, Randy C, Jadito, Vince Conway, Mike Coulon, Sean Frederick, musical guest BSR Mayhem, and your host, BSR Texan. Ladies and gentlemen, BSR Texan.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Spotter Stand. We've got a little catching up to do this week. Missed last week's show, so we're going to catch you up on both weeks of racing. Last week at Talladega, and this past week at the Charlotte Roval, and a little bit of dirt racing thrown in there on Wednesday night. I've got Hot Rod joining me in the booth tonight. How you doing, Hot Rod?
Doing good.
Good to see you guys out there, Randy, Vito. Glad to hear you got everything reinstalled, Vito. Looking forward to seeing you back out there on the track. I don't know where Eddie D's been lately, if anybody's heard from him, but I'd be looking forward to seeing him back out on the track too.
Yes, sir.
So let's get right to it. We do got a couple weeks to go over this week, and we're going to start with Wednesday night Truck Series. The previous week of racing, we ran race number 8 out of 10 at Talladega, and it was BSR Hot Rod stole the pole away at Talladega Wednesday night in the trucks. Great.
Texas can tell you that wasn't no fluke. I had a strong piece on Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, you did. You're always right there, close in the qualifying. You managed to steal it away Wednesday night. Great job there on the pole.
But even in the race, I had a pretty stout, strong truck. I ran pretty good all night.
Looks like I did manage to pull off the victory. Let's go go ahead.
If you remember, there was a late race caution. I think you put 80 tape on, and you had a little bit of help from Mr. Fredrickson, I believe.
Yeah,
and
yep, Sean Fredericks pushing me.
Help, but I just couldn't muscle back by.
That was a hell of a race, though. Let's go look at our results from the previous week's race at Talladega.
Yes, Texan with the win. Hot Rod second. Pockets third. Rookie in fourth. And Mr. Fredrickson rounds out the top 5.
Look at that. The rookie pulling off a top 5 at Talladega in the chase for the trucks. And you had a pretty good piece. It looks like you led 20 laps. Pockets led the most laps, though, at 49 laps led. And I only managed to lead 3. You were saving a little bit of fuel. That has to do with Pockets leading all them laps, because I was pushing Pockets and you were saving fuel behind me, and I was content on running that way and letting the pit stops play out like they did. And had that late race caution not came out, I had you all covered in the pits for a change. Yeah, what I'm looking at here is BSR Mayhem with the 8th place finish. Now, Mayhem was very close. Was it a tie in this series? I believe it was a tie going into this race.
If it wasn't a tie, it was only like a point.
Yeah, I
but
believe
I
this
believe
series
right,
was a
I believe
tie,
it's
and it was
a
one
tie.
point on Thursday night. It
Yeah.
looks like I brought home 45, Mayhem 35. So
User entered your
if it
channel.
were a tie, that would put me at
Okay, 10
10
points
points
difference.
ahead once we go to the points. And speaking of Mayhem, here comes Captain right now. How you doing?
Good evening. I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're just talking about Talladega the previous week since we missed the spotter stand last week. We're going to go over both weeks of racing here. You made it just in time. We're on the first race. We were talking about your bad luck at Talladega and the trucks. What happened to you there?
Guess I was hoping we were past that already. Yeah, it was I didn't have a good night at all at Talladega. A whole good week at Talladega, as a matter of fact. But I enjoyed the racing, but just didn't work out for me.
Howdy out there, Mike Coulong. See you chiming in. Good to see you. And I don't know if you've noticed in the chat, Mayhem, Vito said he's got the game all reinstalled. He's just got to install the mods and some of the tracks. He's already registered with Race LM and TeamSpeak, so we'll be seeing Vito back on the track here pretty soon.
Fantastic.
Vito, just so you know, as long as you register with exactly the same info you were using before.
No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't.
His
It won't put him back into points. No, it will not. I'll have to go through and do it manually.
Well, his name is still in all of the exports, is it not?
Yes. Yes.
So
but
it
that's
should,
what I'm saying. I'll have
once
to go back through and put them all in manually.
Oh, I thought once he ran a race, all of those
Nope.
exports would automatically pick up.
No, unfortunately, they don't. But that's all right. It's not that big a deal. I can take care of it.
Well, speaking of points, let's go over take a look at what this truck chase looks like now with just 2 races left to go in the Truck Series chase. And it was a tie before we raced Talladega. So now
Yes.
I do have a 10-point lead over BSR Mayhem, which is 2 races left to go in this truck chase. Mike Coulong sitting in 3rd, down by 43. He's got Pockets right on his heels in 4th, down by 46, and Sean Fredericks in 5th, down by 51. And it looks like he's got Eddie D right on his heels, only down by 56, and Hot Rod, you right behind Eddie, down by 57.
Yep, I made up a bunch of ground in that race. I surely did.
You know what this looks like there,
Mike
BSR
and
Texan?
What does this look like?
It looks like I'll be running for the Cup Championship this year.
We've still got 2 races to go. I wouldn't rule anything out just yet. You know, Martinsville and Phoenix still left in the chase, and you know, we all saw in the Cup Series last year how bad luck can hit you in the very last race. So
Yeah,
you know, don't count yourself out yet.
You lost 10 points in one race. You can easily make them back up.
That's true. We did get a pretty nice turnout for Talladega, so I hope these next 2 races we get the same kind of numbers.
Yeah, 10-4 on that.
So I see Mike Coulong out there said he might have a new guy that's interested in racing. That's awesome. It's always good to have some fresh blood in here racing with us, and Vito as well. He said he's going to help a buddy install, and he's from the UK. From the UK. What's his name, Vito? What's his racing name? You chime in out there. I know you're on a little bit of a delay, so it'll be a minute. But I used to race with a guy that was, I don't know if he was from the UK. I think he was English. But
Yeah, you're talking about Neil?
So let's go back over and to the schedule here. So we do have coming up October the 28th. We've still got a little bit of time before we're going to get to Martinsville, but Martinsville will be the next race in this truck chase. And then November 4th, we will finish out the chase at Phoenix. 2 races left to go. Now let's move on to last week. Last week we raced the dirt in the truck, or on Wednesday night, not the truck series. We can't race, well, I guess we can race the dirt truck series at Old Dora, but yeah, we raced the dirt on Wednesday with the truck series being off, and this was also the next, well, leaves us with 2 races to go in this dirt series as well. So we raced Fonda, this last Wednesday night, and no surprise, BSR Hot Rod with the pole and the victory on Wednesday night in the dirt. Now, I did finally manage to get a bonus point in the heat race, believe it or not. I finally managed to get a bonus point, but
and Hot Rod did not.
no, that's right, Hot Rod did not. So I made up a point on him, but then I lost it right back come race time. So let's go over here and take a look at our race results from Wednesday night's dirt race at Fonda.
Yes, Hot Rod with the win. Texan managed to finish second. Mike Coulon got third. Sean Fredericks fourth. Pockets rounds out the top 5.
And Hot Rod with 90 laps led. Look at that, man. Dominated that race. 90 out of 100 laps. Mike Coulon led 9 of them. Sean Fredericks led 1. Those were the only people to lead a lap at Fonda. And like I said, I gained a point with the heat race, but lost it right back. So we ended up both coming out of Fonda with 42 points, which is not going to change the standings at all from first to second place. They should still be right where they were. Speaking of standing, let's just go take a look. 2 races left to go in the dirt. Let's see where we stand right now. Hot Rod with a 15-point lead over myself. Gear Jammer in third, down by 31. And look at that, Rugrat in 4th place, down by 55. Pockets rounding out the top 5, down by 110. So Palmian dropped back a place out of the top 5, down by 113. So he's got a shot at getting back into the top 5. Yeah, 2 races left to go. Yeah. And Rugrat definitely, no way Pockets is making up 55 points in 2 races. No. So she's got that top 5 spot sewn up.
Yes, and I don't think she's close enough to Gear to catch him in points either. So I'm thinking that the only spot that could probably change inside that top 5 is first and second. So you got your work cut out for you, my friend.
Yeah, 15 points. Yeah, I could see maybe some bad luck for you in one race, but not both of them. Not both of them. And I know how well you run at the Devil's Bowl.
I was going to say, you know how my bad luck goes. My bad luck usually turns out to be somebody's halfway decent race. So there is that too.
He might blow 4th gear.
Don't matter, 3rd gear's the same.
It won't. Yeah, I was going to say it won't matter in the dirt because 3rd and 4th gear are the same. He'd have to blow both of them. Although it might affect his fuel a little bit, but I don't think. Well, I don't know. Springfield Mile. That is.
But we do mandatory pits. We've been doing a mandatory pit stop in that one.
Oh yeah, so it won't really matter either way. Because Springfield is the one track that you can run out of fuel.
Yes, absolutely. You're usually 3 laps short on a whole run if it would go green.
So back over to the schedule here. Springfield Mile will be coming up this Wednesday night, the 14th. And then we will have the Devil's Bowl the following week. So we will finish up this dirt series before we get to the next 2 races in the truck chase. So.
And lately, if I'm going to have bad luck, that's the track I'm going to have it at, just so you know. And we usually end up with a pretty big field at the Springfield. So that would be your chance to make up a lot of points.
Yeah, it would be possible. But I think, that's also one of the tracks that if we're able to get in, 8 or 10 laps without a caution, that things tend to spread out a little bit. So that's one of the tracks I believe that we would go caution free for the most part. And if that happens, then, I doubt I'll be able to make up much on you.
Yeah, the last time we ran there, Pockets won, you finished second, I got third. But I know I haven't been running very well there. That's my favorite track, and that's the track that I've been doing the worst at. So.
Well, let's go over to Thursday night. Thursday night's Cup Series chase. We are now just over halfway through this Cup Chase. We are 6 races in to the 10 race series of the Cup Chase. We're going to start out with Talladega. October 1st. Looks like it was myself that took the pole at Talladega, but it was a BSR Momo with the victory in the Cup Series race at Talladega. That was a hell of a race. I think you had some bad luck in this one as well, too, ma'am, didn't you?
Talladega is the devil.
Yeah, he had that loaded up, ready to go. Let's go take a look at the race results here from Talladega's race.
Yes, Momo with the win. Hot Rod second. BSR Pockets third. Texan fourth. And Randy C rounds out the top 5.
Randy C. Randy C's out there. Good job on the top 5, Randy. Nice job. Good racing. And yes, Mayhem, look at that. Terrible luck. Talladega is the devil. 10th place. Luckily, I didn't win that race. And, you know, top 4. I made 4th place, which did I even lead a lap? No, I didn't even lead a lap in that race, and you did. So that minimized the damage a little bit. Looks like I only made up a total of 5 points on you in this Cup Series. If I'm right, we were separated by 1 point going
That
into
is
this race.
absolutely true. Yes, sir.
So that moved it to 6 right there. I'm not going to go to the standings just yet because
we won't be accurate.
Yeah,
right?
we've got another week of to go over here before we get to those standings. But yeah, that would have put you 6 points behind after Talladega. So we'll get back over to the schedule here right quick. And this,
while you're doing that, I have to throw a shout out to Pockets #1 fan, Miss Harper.
hey, Miss Harper, how you doing? Pockets #1 fan.
Yep.
So last week we ran the Charlotte Road Course, and looks like I had a pretty good race. Charlotte Road Course took the pole and the victory at the road course at Charlotte. We had some technical issues. I think we ended up having to change the laps of this race and everybody retire on a particular lap so that we didn't overrun this thing. I think we went 45 laps is what we ended up racing.
Yeah, the first night.
Looks
Yes,
like,
sir.
yeah.
So let's go to the results here from Thursday night's race at the Charlotte Road Course.
Yes, Texan with the win. Mike Coolong second. Mayhem third. Pockets fourth. And Rookie rounds out the top 5.
36 laps led out of the 45 that we ran. That leaves 9 laps in there. Looks like Coulong led 2 laps. Mayhem led 3. Gear Jammer led a lap in there, and Sean Fredericks also led 3 laps in that. But look at that status over here. Well, that's the way it is because that's the way we had to end the race. Now, Pockets says accident right here, but I know he was still running at the end. He had probably just had some damage, and when he clicked retire, it said accident. Same thing with Mike Coulong. I believe Mike said he never lost a gear during that race, but when he hit retire, it said gearbox over there. So, that was a rough race, I think.
And my steering wheel decided to take a fit and not work, so I didn't even get to run.
Well, I see you got your provisionals in there, so at least you did get that.
That's not a provisional. I was here at the start of the race.
Ah, yeah, you were. Okay, so you don't have to take a Provi.
Right. Even though I probably won't miss another race, so it won't matter either way. But
Charlotte Road Course is the devil.
I agree with that.
That was a tough race on Thursday for myself. It was I just have a hard time, especially in those right turns. It just doesn't want to turn, and it's definitely a tough deal there. I think I had some bad luck going through that first chicane. That when you turn on those blue stripes to the left to get back on the straightaway, it'll throw you around. And unfortunately, I think met my demise with that little wall there.
Yes, it will do that. If you hit too much of your car on that curb, whatever it is, the little
Blue strips.
yeah, it will throw your car up in the air. That's for sure. And
Call
if
them ramps. They're
yeah,
mini ramps.
if you
Yeah,
hit those tires, it will tear up your car.
Right. It doesn't look like, the way I've never, I didn't pay attention to the race last year in real life. And I watched it today and I saw those curbs and it doesn't look like that in the simulator. So I didn't realize you could actually lift up over that. It's weird when you think you're running over a painted line and your tires go up in the air.
Yeah, because I don't think they moved the real cars around that much.
Oh no, that's how I knew they were curbs. I watched someone, Joe Logano, they turned the corner and the two right side tires went up in the air as he turned the corner. It was pretty cool, but you just have to know where they are and how to hit them, and then it's okay.
Yeah, but like I said, in the game, for some reason, they really throw the car around. In real life, it just kind of picks the car up a little bit. It don't actually throw it all over like it does in the game.
Yep, just a place to be careful. But yeah, it got fun by Friday night. You learn the course, you kind of figure out what you could do, but it's still a heck of a tough course. These slow technical courses are my enemy. I like fast, high speed Glen and Canadian Tire. This is tough for me for sure.
Well, the road courses are finished for the season. I don't believe we have any more left on any schedule.
No more.
So road courses are done for the season. And looking at the points here, it looks like I gained another 5 points on you in this series, which should put me ahead by 11 now in the Cup Series. Let's go to the standings here and take a look. And yeah, that is exactly where we stand right now. I've got an 11-point lead over Mayhem. Pockets in third place down by 32. Hot Rod in fourth down by 35. And Mike Coulong rounding out the top 5 right on the heels of Hot Rod down by 36.
Yeah, and last week, me and Pockets would have been tied because we were tied, and I know that for sure. And with me not being able to run, I lost 3 points. So to Pockets.
I'm looking forward to Kansas and Texas because
Me
those
too.
are the two chances I have to make up points where I don't have those in the truck series. So
Well,
this seems a lot more doable to me.
Not Texas, as far as I'm concerned. That track's the devil.
Yeah, I thought you were going to lift that curse the last time we ran there. It looked like you were going to finish and have a decent finish. And what did we get? Within about 5 laps of the end of the race, and you blew up? I know it was within 5 or 10 laps.
It was definitely within side race to back. So, yeah, that sucked. I was pissed.
Even though there is a little bit bigger gap here than there is in the trucks, there are 2 more races left to go than there are in the truck series. So 11 points doesn't seem that much when you've got 4 races to make that up.
Oh, yeah, that's nothing.
And especially 2 where I know I will beat you.
Back over to the schedule here. We do have Kansas coming up this week. Kansas on Thursday night. Then we'll be moving on to Texas, Martinsville, and Phoenix. So which 2 you're going to beat me at? Kansas and Texas?
Yes, sir.
Texas, really?
Oh, for sure. You don't have a chance.
Oh, man.
He threw down the gauntlet.
At my home track, I don't have a chance, he says.
I think it's time. I will pay your moving fees because you shouldn't represent that state you're not going to win the race. I'm bringing it. I have to. I unfortunately, I knew with Talladega and Charlotte that, the Roval, I was going to lose points. Talladega could be anybody's game, but I just know I have some bad luck there. And Charlotte, I knew what was going to happen. So I'm really looking forward to Texas and Kansas, and hopefully luck will turn around.
All I know is if I don't blow up in Texas, I'm going to be fighting you for the win in both the Cup and the truck. So just throwing that out there too.
Everybody bring it.
Everybody?
Because I always have a good piece at Texas.
I know you run fairly well at Martinsville also, so that may be another chance for you to make up some points on me. And if I recall, we're probably going to have to look out for Mike Coulong at Martinsville. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. I seem to have lost something this last time we went through Martinsville. I just couldn't get off the corner right. I thought I was doing the right thing to my setup, and I was trying to make it looser, and you guys would just pull away every time. So hopefully this new equipment I have will help me drive through the corners better, and I can I got to make up something there.
One
Yeah.
thing I forgot to mention was the 5150 challenge. Talladega was
yeah.
the last race
Great.
of the
Yes, it was.
5150. And due to your bad fortune, that was my good fortune at Talladega. Because you and I were very close on that 5150 challenge, as well as Mike Coulong. He was right there close to us as well.
Yep, on that last stop, when we came out of the pits, I was ahead of you. And you remember you said, "Oh, if only it might have had a chance to, stay ahead of me." But what did I blow up on Thursday? Is that what happened? I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you did. That is correct.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, the 5150 challenge, our winner for 2020 is BSR Texan. Congratulations, man. It's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you
Especially
very much.
with the sad news this past week about Eddie Van Halen. This
That makes
trophy
that all
definitely
more
very
special.
cool, very fitting, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just waiting for a couple of pieces, and I'll send it off to you.
Yeah, I am looking forward to that trophy. Like you said, being, that Eddie Van Halen did just pass away. That particular trophy is going to mean a little something extra.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So let's go over to Friday night. Friday night Xfinity Chase. If I can find it here, there we are, right there. So Friday night, we are also 6 races of 10 into this chase now. Friday night, we were off on the Talladega week, so there was no race at Talladega on Friday night, but it did run the Charlotte road course on Friday, and unfortunately, I had to take a provisional for this race. Was really busy at work and had to work late. There was no way I was going to make this race, and therefore I had to take a provisional. I'm just lucky that this is the one series I had a pretty decent lead in going into this. So the last place finish, while it's going to hurt me a little bit in the points, it still leaves me a little bit of a cushion with 4 races left to go in this series.
Yeah, let me make a note that being in second place, with my wonderful luck at the Charlotte Roval, my advanced skill on that road course, I made up 1 point on you. So don't
1
feel
point.
bad.
I see Mike Coulong did get the pole at the Charlotte road course, and looky there, BSR Hot Rod with the win. Is that not right?
No, that's not right. He did a Texan, did an early burnout before everybody was done. It put him back. I fixed it. When you go to the standings, it'll be right.
Ah, yes, I remember you telling me about that. He pulled a Texan. That's what I did at Road America, I believe it was.
Yes.
Yeah, you get so far, when you get so far ahead of the rest of the field, you forget that you got to wait for everybody to cross the line before that race is officially over. And I guess he did the same thing I did. You start that celebration a little too early, start doing that burnout, and you get going the wrong way on the track, and they will DQ you. You get DQ'd and put to the back of the field or the back of the lap that you were on for that early celebration. So apparently that's what Mike did on Friday night with the victory, and Larry was able to fix it. Let's go over to the race results here, and it does look like it's fixed here. Let's see.
Yes. I have Mike's the winner. Led the most laps with 45. Hot Rod second, Gear third. Pockets was fourth, and Mayhem did round out the top 5.
And myself and Palmian both having to take the provisional in this race. And yeah, look at that, 37 points for the Provi. If there's a night to miss one, it looks like that was the night to do it, because 6th
Yeah.
place ain't too bad for a provisional. I'll take that any day.
Especially when the closest person to you had bad luck to finish one spot ahead of the provisional. That helps out a lot.
So let's go to the standings and see what the 1 point did here. So I still have an 18-point lead over BSR Mayhem in 2nd place, Pockets in 3rd, down by 30, Hot Rod in 4th, down by 31, and Palmian still in the top 5 after taking his provisional as well, down by 47 points. So the rookie in the top 5 in the chase in his first full year of racing with BSR. Awesome job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It looks like between Hot Rod and Pockets, that's close right now. 30 and 31 points. You gonna steal 3rd place away from Pockets?
I told him the goal is to beat Pockets this year. That's the goal, across the board.
Well,
I ain't going to beat him in the truck, but I'm going to get him in the Cup and Xfinity.
you got to find a way to make it through Texas. You got to find a way to make it through Texas.
It don't matter. Whatever I lose there, I'll make up this week at Kansas. So, it's because Pockets runs like crap at Kansas.
Let's go.
Iowa.
Let's go back to the schedule here and see the 4 races we've got left in the Xfinity Series. Same 4 races as the Cup. Kansas coming up this Friday night. Texas the week after that. And we're going to move on to Martinsville and finish out the season at Phoenix. So same 4 races left Thursday and Friday night. Only 2 races left in the chase. In the truck series, and we've got another 2 weeks of dirt coming up before we get to those last 2 races of the truck series.
Which the dirt champion will be crowned when we get back to the trucks.
Yeah, and you know who that's going to be.
I ain't counting nothing till the counting's done.
Well, I tried to throw the jinx on you, asking you about the trophy.
I know you do.
Yeah, 18 is going to be a little tougher to make up. Not only do I have to beat you, I have to wreck you so you finish last. It's going to be a tall order.
Or pay somebody else to do it, you know. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah, Gear has a $30, it's $20 bounty out on Momo.
Yeah, I'll be willing to at least double that to take out Texas.
Right, Texas?
I think that's already expired. That was only a 1 race deal. That was a 1 race deal. Had to be that race.
Okay.
And I think Momo took himself out in that race, did he not? So it didn't count.
Pretty much. Me and Rookie both got pieces of him, but yeah.
So I see Vito out there. He's going to be there Friday and Saturday night. So that should give you guys, you and Palmian and Vito, you should have at least 3 teammates out there Saturday night. I saw.
That's if everybody else shows up.
Yeah. Now I saw Gear Jammer typing in earlier that he's going to have to go back to work. So whether he's going to be there Saturday night or not, I'm not sure. Hopefully Rugrat will be able to make it. We'll have at least 2 teammates there because Saturday night, we'll get back over here to the Saturday night team series schedule. The last 2 weeks have been rained out. As you can see, the schedule has been changed to October the 10th for Talladega and October 17th for the last race of season 42 at Daytona.
The 10th was Saturday, so I'm just going to move them both back. So Talladega will be on next Saturday, and then Daytona will be the. Hold on, I got to go to my calendar. Yeah. Talladega will be 24th. The 17th, and then the 24th will be Daytona.
Right. So just 2 races left to go. Let's see, what do we have here? Mafia with a win. Yingling with a win. That's Momo Yingling with 2 wins. Aftershock with a win. There's Mafia with 3. Aftershock with 2. Well, Aftershock with 3. Oh, Mafia with 4. So
Yeah.
Yingling has only got 2 wins so far.
Yes, we don't need to win. We just need to stay ahead of everybody.
Aftershock has got 3 wins, and I believe we're still in last place with those 3 wins. And Yingling in second place with only 2 wins. Obviously, Mafia going to be in the lead with 4 victories. They have been kicking some ass this season. Let's go over here to these standings and take a look. Yes, the Mafia is in the lead by only 4 points over the Yingling team and 6 points over Aftershock. So,
You're wrong on the win.
let me go back over here to the schedule.
It's 3 wins for Aftershock, 3 wins for Mafia, and 2 wins for Yingling. Gives us 8 races with 2 to go.
Yes, you're right. Okay. All right. So I was wondering how you guys are able to stay close with only half of the wins. But yeah, Mafia wins the season opener, and then they didn't win again until race number 5. And then they just won the last race, race number 8. So yeah, Mafia with 3 wins. Yingling with 2, Aftershock with 3. But even being 1 win down, you guys are still doing great in second place over Aftershock by 2 points. And Aftershock does have 1 more victory than the Yingling team. That just shows your average finish pretty damn good to only be down by 4 points with 1 less win than the Mafia and Aftershock.
We're tied with Mafia at 2.25 win average finishing points. Position, I mean.
Yep, 2.25, and you can see Aftershock in there with 3 for the average finish. But 2 races left to go, and these points are still very, very close. 4 points, 6 points to last place. So with 2 races, any one of these teams have still got a chance at a championship here.
Yes, absolutely. That's one of the reasons the rainouts have been coming, because don't want to take advantage of a team's misfortune.
And if Yingling manages to pick up the win at our next race, you could end up at a tie with Mafia or even pull ahead, take the lead. And if the Aftershock team is able to finish pretty close to Yingling, we might be able to close the gap
on Blackguard. That's right.
We
That's
close
the plan.
close the gap overall on the lead as well. Like if you guys take the win and we can manage to finish in second, we should gain at least a point or 2 on the lead from being down by 6 to maybe down by 5 or down by 4.
Me and Rookie figured it out that if we play our cards right and we push one of your guys to a win, keep you guys out front, we can move ahead of Blackheart Mafia and be close to who's leading. Like we could finish second and you still pick up the win and be either tie or 1 point difference. See what I'm saying?
If that were to happen, if say you guys were to finish second and Mafia third, that could put us all either in a tie or within 1 or 2 points from first to last.
That's the plan is if we could go into the last race at 1 point separating all 3 teams, that would be totally awesome.
Yeah, you can't get any closer than that going into the last race. So that Mafia has been very strong lately, especially the last race we ran with all 4 of them showing up.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially if they get all 4, it's going to be tough to do that. We'll have to really break out all the stops to knock them even out of the top 2. You know what I mean? So, but that's the general plan across. So, hoping it happens. We'll see how it shakes out come Saturday night.
Well, that's about it. We've covered everything. I can't believe we went over 2 weeks worth of racing in such a short time. I think we've done pretty good here tonight. We've been on for about 40 minutes. That's about 20 minutes shy of what we normally run, around an hour or so, and we managed to cover 2 weeks worth of racing.
Well,
instead of just the one.
we don't have all the bonus points to go over no more, and none of that. You know what I mean? All that took a big chunk of time. So,
Well, we're glad that everybody. We appreciate all you guys that turned out there and watched live with us tonight. As we covered everything, we got about a month worth of racing left to go here.
yep.
And this season is going to be wrapping up. It's almost coming to an end. The 2020 racing season seems like every year just goes by faster and faster. And
That's the age thing.
yeah, it is. You know, the time has really flown, and we're getting to the really exciting part. Last few races of each of these series, points are still pretty close. We're going to be deciding some championships here in the next month or so. And it's going to be exciting. So we hope to see all you guys out on the track Wednesday night in the dirt. We'll be at the Springfield Mile, and then we'll be along with Dorothy going to Kansas.
Yeah, man.
On Thursday night and Friday night, and hopefully we'll get a good turnout on Saturday night. Won't have to rain out any more team series races Saturday night at Talladega. So appreciate all you guys tuning in out there live, and thanks to Mayhem and Hot Rod for coming on and helping out here tonight. And we'll catch you guys on the track Wednesday night at Springfield Mile.
See you then,
See
y'all.
ya.
Sound muted.